I have a feeling that this fight will be quite tough. There's 3 of them, and all of them have 100 something health. That's poison. They all have low magic armor, so I can use poison actually. Okay. And then summon blood totem. Good choice of fighting. Good choice. Poison. Poison. Please die. Or not. Roar. Ha! More poison totems. And I can kill you. Damn. Oh, there you go. Good job.
I am death and light.
Stupid. Ow. Stab it.
Come to my waters, child. Let me embrace you. Let me heal you.
It wants me to find it.
But I'm adverse to healing. If I heal, I die. Stardust.
Careful. I've spotted a trap. Look out. I see a trap nearby.
Immunity to being stunned, though. That's a really good thing. Finesse and range? Don't need either one of those, really. It's not something I care for. Though... Oh, right. All my runes are on the other guy. God damn. Oh no, my runes are right there. I'm just blind. Maximum magic armor plus 10%. That's pretty good on the immunity to stun one.
I should neutralize this thing before it does damage.
Squirrel!
It was madness! Big fire boom, lightning crash!
What's the problem, little squirrel? I may be able to deal with it.
One moment, sun. The next, I feel darkness inside me. Then noise. So much noise. Clank, moan, clink, groan. I hid in a stump. I'm not a stupid squirrel. I have much stowed away for hard times. But I saw them. I saw the shinies.
You must have seen a battle. Tell me more about it.
Loud. Fire and steel. Crash, bash, boom, splat. It was warm. Then it was cold. No one left, just salamanders. They liked the meat. But I saw the shinies. 4 of them. Round. Darkness left, then light again. Warm. Saw glints in sand and dirt.
The salamanders are dead. There's no need to worry.
Yay! Okay. I hope you find shinies. They make happy. Shiny.
Well, I can either go down to the mysterious cave, or continue down this path, which I think will lead me to the Seekers. But the cave is right here, so let's go into the mysterious cave. Surprisingly, playing by myself is really much more fun than having the Red Prince with me. Fights are still a little bit easy.
What strange witchery is this?
But that's to be expected. Oh, this is the Vault of Brachus Rex. Interesting. That's the exit, guaranteed. Oh, hi.
Hey! Hey, you! Let me see what you've got under there. Go on. Go on. Show me your...
Let's him finish.
Pecker! Wait. Do you even have a pecker?
Ugh. Leave this fool be.
Until next time. Again? You really do hang about forever. Ha! Here today, gone tomorrow.
An illusion.
Life's a dream.
This fellow must be quite proud of himself.
Can I just kill him?
Ha! Clever.
Didn't I tell you to leave? Wasn't I clear that you're not welcome here?
Oh, God.
You can't teach a fool anything.
I can deal with that idiot. You go ahead and deal with that one. What? That was stupid. I hate the little delay that the game puts on, like me selecting abilities. How did that miss? Oh, goddamn. What? That's an awesome ability. Move on down. Come on. Ugh. How many actions do you get? What the fuck? Oh my god. Thank you. Jesus.
Oh, feeling empty-headed, oh. That was even easier than I thought.
Whew. You're dead.
That was even easier than I thought.
Asshole.
Careful now. That's a trap. Look out! I see a trap nearby.
What?
Do you know anything useful about this dungeon?
It's a riddle, isn't it? A conundrum. What's it? You'll have to solve.
Ha!
I thought you looked clueless, alright? Thing is, it's about the letters, isn't it? One for each thing. Easy.
Oh my god. Are you an illusion?
Well, it takes one to know one, mate. Well, nice to meet you too.
An empty crate. Well, at least that wasn't an illusion. Something, I suppose.
You see yourself in the mirror. It's quite a sight.
More recipes. Woo. Okay, save.
You come to find. You come to search. But you won't find the way. A pity.
If you help me, I might.
I cannot help you. I only give the questions. I do not answer them. Brachus has willed it. Trompdoy must abide. You have met the unfortunate guardian of this vault.
Yes, unfortunately.
Fate has been unkind to Trompdoy, and so has Brachus Rex. Do you wish to move forward?
Yes.
Listen closely and make your attempt. Brachus is a bloody, rotten, thieving, very, very awful fellow. Some even call him a cur. A cur is...
bloody, rotten, thieving, very, very awful. Huh. Bloody, rotten, thieving, rotten, bloody, awful?
You know nothing. Guess again.
Ugh. Okay.
Listen closely. And Brachus is a bloody, rotten, thieving, very, very awful fellow. Some even call him a cur. A cur is...
Very awful, rotten? Very bloody awful.
You know nothing. You dullard. You lack conviction.
Ugh.
Slowly, gravely.
Alright, just reload.
You come to find. You come to search. Brachus has willed it. Trump, judge him with a Do you wish to move forward? Listen close. Brachus is a bloody, rotten, thieving, very, very awful fellow. Some even call him a cur. Either you're very good at guessing, or the slightest bit clever. Let's find out for certain. Listen closely, and make your attempt.
Oh my god.
Source is a scourge, a devil, a misery, a blight, a hex, a curse. And yet, the cure is...
A devil, a blight, and a curse. Just want to have every other word. Or a hex, a misery, a curse. Let's try the first
Fool!
one.
You are unequal to the task at hand. You will not move forward.
Ugh. This is very stupid. It's actually stupid.
You come to find. Judge him. Do you wish to move? Listen. Brachus is a bloody, rotten, thieving, very, very awful fellow. Some even call him a cur. A cur is... Either you're very good. Listen close. Source is a scourge, a devil, a misery, a blight, a hex, a curse. And yet, the cure is...
Scourge. I think the second one.
Perhaps you're not totally incapable after all. Or maybe Trompdoy told you the answers. Is that it? Is he hoping you'll... It doesn't matter in any case. The path is opened. Go freely. I know little, but you have proven yourself a knowing traveller. I will answer what I can.
How about your second riddle? What do you mean by the cure to the source?
Brachus Rex discovered the way. This he researched here, upon this isle. He could remove the source from any creature or individual. I saw the stars he used myself. They were most impressive.
What do you mean by Trompdoy was being captured by Brachus Rex?
Brachus Rex has charged him, tried him, convicted and punished him. I know not the crime, but he has been sentenced to remain in this vault for all time and to prevent others from entering. Trompdoy was, and is, a creative man. He knew petty magic in his day. But this he has used to carve this place out from a simple vault, myself included.
Well, more than halfway there. Well, alrighty then.
I'm ready.
Well, that's not fair. Okay.
I sense something nearby.
Great. Wow. Wait.
As you pick up the ring, you feel a cold, dark pain shoot up through the bones of your arm. Your mind itches. You don't hear, but feel a whisper in the cavity that functions as your ear. It tells you to slip the ring onto your finger.
Aha. Wow. That hatchet though. Band of Brachus Rex. That's actually a really good ring. Intelligence and Constitution set cursed. Aha.
The ring just got tighter. A lot tighter. Something isn't right. The ring's gone, but not its curse.
Holy shit.
That's plenty.
Purging wand.
Look at that wand. It hums with inner source. Lucky find.
Purge. Consume a corpse and gain a soul point. Ooh. That's a really good armor for strength-based characters.
The jar on the plinth before you seems ancient, but is in surprisingly good condition. It's covered in pictograms that you can't understand, but you're sure you just saw one of them move.
Place my hand on the jar.
The pictograms spin to life, and you're dragged into a dream. You see the lizards of the ancient empire turning their backs on you, casting you out into the wilderness. As you roam, the human apes turn away from you, all but one. One smiles, one opens his arms, one says he'll take you home. Brachus Rex. He promises power, for a price. He picks off your golden scales, one by one, stripping you down to the bone. He promised you a crown, but all you got were shackles. You try to fight, try to reclaim what's yours, but a woman takes you by the hand and leads you to a tower. He promised he'd take me home, you cry. You are home, she smiles as she seals the door. This is where you belong. Your hand drops away from the soul jar, your bones tingling. In the back of your mind, you hear a small, scared voice whimper before fading to nothing.
Oh God. There are multiple choices of what could happen.
The pictograms on the jar stand fixed and
Slip the
still.
jar into your backpack.
Good find.
Use.
The pictograms on the jar stand fixed and still.
Let's go through all of them.
The soul jar stands on its plinth, glowing softly. From within, you can almost hear the whisper of a voice. You see, or rather, you feel a far-off land. Frozen breath hangs in the air, pine needles brush your cheeks, and in your arms you can feel a weight. A body, dead. But you have hope. Your vision swims. You're older, but perhaps not wiser. You march at the head of a shambling host, the enemies of Brachus Rex melting before you. The scene twists again. Now Brachus stands before you, a beautiful woman at his side. You lash out in treasonous rage, but cold arms bind you. You're sealed away in a tower. Your screams fill the darkness. You feel a jolt and open your eyes to see the soul jar before you, lying still in the vault. Your hand falls from the jar and grips the pillar as you try to calm your ragged breathing.
Nice.
Take it.
This jar glitters and glows. From within you think you can make out the distant sound of laughter. With a jerk, your mind is pulled to a scene in a tavern. You see a dwarf in the center of the room, joking us all around roar with laughter. All bar the zombies, who are slavishly serving food and drink. The door opens, and a tall, beautiful woman stalks into the room. She's flanked by heavily armed guards. You can't make out her words, but see the fear in the dwarf's eyes. The dwarf mutters a word, and the undead lurch towards the intruder, but are cut down like wheat. The dwarf tries to run, pushing her friends into the woman's path, but is grabbed before she can escape. As she's dragged away to a tower, you hear her cursing Brachus Rex and his whore. Even when she's thrown inside and the door sealed, you can still hear her shouts. You pull your hand away from the jar, your head swimming. You can feel the dwarf's cold terror still throbbing in your bones.
Take it.
Nice.
The jar before you may have looked opulent once, but no longer. Now it's covered in grime, its paint chipped away, and its jewels long stolen. The soul jar rocks slightly, light flashing from underneath its lid. On its rim, you can just barely make out the name Gratiana. As soon as you touch the jar's cracked surface, you see a vision of splendor, silks, fine food, and decadent lechery. But underneath it all lies bone and blood. The vision shifts. You see burning villages, slaughtered women and children. You see her, purging wand in hand, standing amongst it all. She throws her head back and laughter echoes in your skull. A shadow falls across her, and you see a large, weeping face. She reaches out as if to comfort, but Brachus drags her back. You see her fall into the mire of the swamp, trapped. As you pull your hand away, you can feel a deep, longing sadness in your soul. Is it regret, or just sadness for a life that used to be?
Good fight.
You made it all this way.
Yeah? No thanks to you.
I'm sorry.
He trembles and seems to shudder with a quiet sob.
I'm cursed, you know. Bloody Brachus bound me here to protect his vault. He has my soul in that jar just there, and I can't leave without it. As long as the jar stays unbroken, I can never truly die.
What did you do to earn such punishment?
I don't rightly know. This was the Source King's way. Befriend you, then destroy you. I was a fool to expect I'd be an exception. His favor was intoxicating. That's no excuse, but it is the reason.
I'll free you.
Really? You would?
He drops to his knees before you and grabs onto your feet with both hands, head hanging.
Thank you.
Well. I freed him, but there are many other people that I gotta see what happens here.
The jar stands before you, cold and still.
So what happens if I smash this?
A human spirit slips from the ruins of the jar. Decked in necromancer robes, she turns to you, bows, and starts to fade away to nothing.
My eternal thanks, young one. Oh, timely death.
Wait, seriously? That's it?
The jar shatters like glass, but a spirit rises from the shards like smoke. The ghost of a dwarf, bedecked in necromancer robes, winks and blows you a kiss before slowly fading to nothing.
Oh, beautiful. Thank you. My death waits.
The pictograms on the jar stand fixed. You see a shape emerge from the ruins of the broken jar, a lizard in the finest necromancer robes. It grudgingly nods at you as it starts to fade from the mortal realm.
Farewell to flesh. Farewell to bone. Farewell.
The jar sits still. It seems Gratiana's soul flits through the air, eyes wild and desperate. She turns to you as her spirit starts to fade from this world.
Freedom. But I'm not ready. No, you can't. No!
So only the third jar of the lizard gives me XP. All the other ones are pretty useless. Okay. I want to see what happens if I absorb them.
The jar stands before you. Something inside you strains. You are replete. You cannot absorb more source.
Oh, okay. They're just
The pictograms on the jar stand fixed and still. Something within you strain.
Okay.
The pictograms on the jar. You see a shape emerge from the...
Farewell to flesh. Farewell
Oh.
to bone.
Beautiful.
Farewell.
Thank you. My death waits. My eternal thanks, young one.
So I have to destroy all 3 necromancer jars. And have Gratiana's soul jar.
The jar sits still. Something inside you strains.
Ah, I might as well free her.
The jar sits. Gratiana's soul.
But I'm not ready. No, you can't. No!
The deity's head and hands are missing, severed as if by a sword. You can't tell if this was meant to be symbolic somehow, or a mere act of vandalism.
Oh. Well, this is not the way.
Up on the ledge before you, a lone lizard woman overlooks the marshes. Her stare is as sharp as the bolt eyeing you from atop her crossbow.
Stand back and keep your hands off your weapons. Convince me you're no magister, or draw one last deep breath.
I swear I am not a magister. All you can do is take my word for it, though.
I will not. You do not wear the collar of oppression. Explain.
Look, there's nothing to worry about. Nabora, a tinkerer in Fort Joy, managed to get my collar off.
I have heard of this woman. No magister would know. She can deceive our enemies, but sadly she cannot escape them. You do not share this weakness, as your presence here attests. I apologize for the steel-tipped welcome, but lives are at stake. Hold on, I'll let you up.
With one graceful motion, the lizard throws down a tangled mess of vines for you to climb.
Come, ascend to the sanctuary of Amadia. You'll find you're not the only guest here, but the Great Mother provides for all.
Sweet!
You are fortunate to have found this place. The hollow marshes swallow life and regurgitate only the dead.
Tell me more about yourself.
My name is Bahara. Like you, I am a sorcerer. But unlike you, I am also a faithful servant of Amadia. Praise be her name, and praise be her starlit eyes.
I've read about Amadia. A few snippets here and there in a few tomes.
Commendable. And yet she is the most mysterious of the 7. Despite your perusals, no doubt that tome taught you little. So please allow me to enlighten you. Amadia is the Great Mother. She is the goddess in whose womb magic was conceived, from whose sacred body immortal wizards were born. Gratiana, her priestess in this sanctuary, is teaching me her ways. For several years now, I've been her disciple, but she has resided here for centuries, sustained by Amadia's love.
Huh. I wish to be introduced to this Gratiana.
I am forbidden to leave my watch, and there is no need for formality. Gratiana will receive you as you are. You'll soon find her. She never strays far from the statue of our goddess.
I could have sworn you mentioned other people earlier. Who might they be?
The guests, they call themselves Seekers. They're brave people, and friends to sorcerers. But you'll find them a battered band here today, brought low by bloody battle.
Who attacked them?
Magisters, of course. Who else? The Seekers came here to rescue a sorcerer from the fort. They failed. Many fell. They've heard the Shrieker's shriek. I thank the goddess I'm not haunted by their sound.
Why did so many risk their life for one man?
They knew him to be God-woken. They sought to kindle the divinity slumbering deep within his soul. But Alexander bears no rivals. Only the son can follow the father, or so he is convinced. For him, divinity. For the others, the dungeons. It is truly harrowing to know this man seeks to be the Seven's chosen.
I find it remarkable that you seem to be so composed under such dire circumstances.
To know one's fate is to be fearless. I reside in Amadia's palm. I am hers to shield or hers to crush, and in that knowledge, I am content.
Tell me more about these Shriekers.
Have you never heard of them? From the tales they tell of Brachus Rex, they were living weapons, made of flesh and reared in torture. The pain they endured was so terrible, their screams turned to solid lightning. Turns out the tales are true. The Magisters dug deep and returned these horrors to the surface.
Thank you.
As you wish.
What is this place?
It is the laboratory of a lunatic. A place removed from mercy and sanity where mad Brachus Rex would experiment to his dark heart's content. There are ruins in the marshes, stonework vultures that perch above the king's long-buried treasure. But his is not a treasure of gold, ruby, and sapphire. It is a treasure of death, weapons, and vile magic.
How do you know these things?
The nights here are long and lonely, but I often listen to my mistress Gratiana speak of days long gone, the heydays of Brachus Rex. Perhaps she will tell you her tales as well.
Huh.
My knowledge is haunted Mea Mardia.